Before this, there were none like this. After this, there will be no more. I will never be the same after this. See, because after this, there's nothing but excuses. Excuses don't get it done. Find a way. My sons, life has many great things in store for you. My greatest hope is that you will be great people. I might not be here one day to tell you, but this fire will live forever. Fire lives forever. Long live the fire. Nothing will stop us. We're doing what we gotta do. The circumstances are only temporary. It won't always be this way. And no matter what, we're gonna be together. Just follow me. I'm gonna lead the way. I dedicate this to my sons because it's hard to explain. Had to learn the hard way, the price of freedom was changed. Never thought it would be this. God humbles everyone. Had to learn the hard way, the price of pleasure was pain. Had to suffer it to be while becoming a king. That's what took me so long to burn this fire again. Had to make a sacrifice to make sure that you win. Had to literally go and die to guarantee that you live. The sum of all four of you, it's me, plus one God from which all things came. There's 5 kings, greater is he. So every time you take one look in the mirror, enemies flee. Before a daydream, I had a son. The first moment I laid eyes on Adonis, when I was 18, I was afraid to tell my family. I was still green, they still had my back in the end. When I came clean, afraid to admit what it meant for the home team. Learned to be a dad when I was still just a teen. Your grandparents knew I just liked pretty young things, black, Puerto Rican or white, whatever life brings. Man, I still like what I like, whatever that means. Never discriminated or even cared about who hated. I was still a kid myself the moment you hit the scene. When you took your first breath, visualize what life means. For anyone who doubted me, it was a good thing. Avoid head-on collisions by just staying in your lane. I had head-on collisions trying to do the right thing. When God created men, that's why he built me like a train. Everybody had an opinion. Today the truth stings, and when you walk into the room, they know they're staring at a king. The year you were conceived, I believe that it was that one spring, about to graduate, back in 1998. I burned this fire for my sons just to set the record straight, and step into the future at the same rate. It wasn't long at all before I was willing to bring a ring. Cause every time that I looked at you, my heart was on a string. There's no legit justification for the things that I did. Realized I had to raise baby men instead of kids. Looking back, I understand now exactly what it is. We just didn't have as much time as a lot of people did. You were only 10 years old and from 3,000 miles away. For 14 years straight, we got closer every day. I remember it like yesterday. We'll never be the same. I'm so proud bad decisions never costed you the game. The same thing I taught your brothers, and you better not forget it. Don't get nobody pregnant. Graduate from college and forget about your credit. There's a time for everything, and our conversation's more transparent as you come of age. Proud is an understatement. 23 years I was your dad. Now you're over 720, putting that money in the bag. There's no way I wouldn't give a shout out to my mom and dad. After 45 years of giving us all that they had, wish I could say that I did have the things that they did to illuminate a narrow path. Looking back, I start to do the math, and I apologize as a man for not mastering the craft. First out of 4 sons, God sent me in the draft. By the time you turn 6, hearing little brothers laugh. I remember back in the day when you two would take a bath. 6 years apart, but somehow on the same path. I'm not afraid to admit how the mistakes that I made. With you both changed the script and the price had to be paid. If I could do it all again, man, I wouldn't change a thing. I didn't make it with your mothers, but we still became a team. God made me 2 first sons, but the one right after you was the first one that he gave me to carry all the way through. When I start to look back now, it's easy to see the truth. All along raising me, I thought that I was raising you. Adonis is the product of the #1 village. So now was the first chance I was ever given to kill it. You were only 4 years old when we left NC. I had just gotten promoted and life felt carefree. I was reaching for the top, didn't have my degree. Got laid off from my job and it was hard to foresee. The best place for Adonis was with the family. Best place for you was Seattle with me. Remember the things that we talked about, think about what I said. Many people do what's best for themselves instead of the kids. just a little man in the crib. Next month you turn 18, tell me where the time went. Went from being a wrestling champion in the district to wrestling in the nationals. About to kill it. All the times that you had practice on all the holidays. Thanksgiving and Christmas break had me feeling like your slave. Teach your children the same things that I taught you. Focus on performance and watch the results come through. You can do anything that you put your mind to. And if you're tired as hell, still do what you gotta do. When you get to Miami, you gotta push through. Keep moving forward, the little bros are behind you. Don't worry about them, worry about you. I couldn't be more proud what I put in you, shining through. To whom much is given, much is required. Academics and athletics paved the way for your ride. St. Thomas University, it's time to look alive and achieve one of the many things that you wanted for your life, like being a commercial pilot. Go ahead and take flight. Do it now before a wife, because life could be a fight. The minute you stop fighting for what it is that you want, what you don't want takes over and the regret starts to hunt. So take it from your old man. Don't put the cart before the horse. Already see you in the diners, get back at the resort, under the palm trees, going full force. Anticipating graduation with only one more course. I pat myself on the back for being the emotional support that it took for each one of you to make it through divorce. I've been the one for your whole life. There is no remorse. You control your destiny, but God is the source. Don't ever let anyone distort what you know to be a fact from the history report. You'll never be able to enforce what another person thought. Count it as a loss the moment they take you to a court. Never again will your paths cross when someone takes advantage of you in a system that was false. Sometimes you actually win when you really thought you lost. It's the respect I earned from my sons that made me the boss. If you lie, you'll steal. And if you steal, you'll do anything even when it's against your will. Missing you left a wound that never heals. And until we're back together, I ain't never gonna chill. I ain't never gonna fall back. I ain't never feeling peace. I won't ever stop sitting up at night, losing sleep. I said nothing's never always, nothing's never never. But I'll always take great pleasure applying pressure to whoever. When it comes to my 4 sons, man, I'll literally do whatever. Even if me against the world, nobody will ever protect you better. Nobody will ever love you better. The only success I ever measured was keeping you all together. They should have never pulled the lever, cause being the best dad ever is still my sincerest endeavor. Man, is this fire or habanero pepper? Mixed with the devil wearing a sweater in hot weather. Be a cold day in hell before I fold under the pressure. Or let anything or anybody keep us from being together. Maddox, my true middle son. Inside built like dad despite looking like your mom. Your 4.0 GPA keeps me calm, cause I know that you'll be fine at the time. Won't be long since the day that you were born. Missing the times you hugged me goodnight before I had to go on. Nothing about it feels right when it's wrong, but we'll keep doing what we gotta do, because you're strong, reminiscing over scattered pictures. I get that lump in my throat thinking of times when I was with you. It was just yesterday, I remember 8th grade national championships in December. Florida sunshine in the winter. Only 1 week before Christmas, we even had your G-mama when Uncle Chris was still with us, cheering from the sidelines in truth and now spirit. The first couple times when we got out the crib, the same restaurant 2 nights, we was killing them ribs. Remember the words that were said, it was just us two. And when we lived in that moment, we already knew. You even started both ways, but I love you on D. My greatest hope is that all 4 of you shine brighter than me. It's so hard to forget, but it's easy to see. Everybody knows the best place for you 3 is with me. Now I got 2 in the west, 2 in the east, clearing the path as we speak. No one's disturbing your peace. When them Friday night lights come on, go insane. Still daddy's little boy with them flames in your veins. And for any time that you're not with me, it's a shame. Know I'm always with you and I still love you the same. I support you the same. And I'm taking all the credit for the man that you became. Just like when you was a little man playing in the game. When I ran down the sidelines, yelling in the rain. No matter what anyone says, man, I love being your dad. It didn't take losing everything for me to know what I have. I couldn't be more proud, wish we could live the replay. From the very first day, I knew one day you'd fly away. Before I wrote this, I prayed, by my head down low, looked up and then sprayed. God already forgave. Times I didn't listen when certain cards had to be played. Everything will be okay, cause I rose and wrote this message all on the same day. Gotta watch out for the ones who bounce back from everything. Laid on that nail and got convicted by the pain. Experience is the greatest teacher and still undefeated. Elevate or evaporate for expecting to see freedom. Life is too short, cherish every day. When God humbles everyone, good things come your way. Just the other day, told me that you ranked as the #2 wide receiver in Washington State, 14th overall. There is no debate. 9th grade varsity on the way to being great. Your destiny, accepted, your fate. Life is like football, we win and celebrate. We never lose, just learn, take away. Give it all you got, each play, it's a clean slate. Big bro is out, you're the next man up. Follow right behind him on this path that I cut. 2 down, 2 to go. At school and at home, Idris needs his big bro. The last button on the coat. Idris, my baby boy, one day you'll be the GOAT. You get the benefit from everything that I wrote, and the wisdom in these fires will keep your family afloat. Man, I miss watching you grow. We were all just together, it wasn't too long ago. Me and you hanging out at Redondo, or watching hella snow through my apartment window. I remember last summer when we sat by the pool, right around the end of June when you got out of school. Chilling on your birthday, just me and you. Hooked us up a little food and your homie came through. And the truth is, some days I don't know what to do. Doesn't matter what they say to you, I never withdrew. In the very end, it's just us two. Proud to look at you and see how much you already grew. The biggest and the strongest, I already knew. It ain't hard to tell either when I look at the shoes. Used to be my little poop, but now you my dude. And I'm sorry we had to go do things we went through. Me, your brothers and you make a crew, and everything we face together is the glue. Keep making them call me from the school. Tell me how you're the smartest kid in the room. You can do anything that you put your mind to. Don't think because things change that I'm not right behind you, pushing you through. Not even the devil himself could rip me away from you. I especially want you. And I'm so glad that you're old enough to remember exactly who. The universe is restoring us all to brand new. It's been a wild ride, but we still enjoy the view. Doing what we gotta do. You know your dad loves you. This ain't coming out the blue. The best thing I ever did was saying I do to you. When you came into the world, I fell in love with the truth. Being your dad is like the fountain of youth. The best thing I ever did was keep talking to you. Keep talking you through, sharing my mistakes with you and walking with you. No weapon formed against us will ever win. Looking forward to the day I'm looking up at 4 men. So I can see just how I did. Man, I ain't going nowhere until the end. The greatest hope for a dad, be his son's best friend. Remember what I showed you when you become men. Doesn't make you a dad because you just keep bringing them in. Can't even put down the pen. Open my heart all the way to let the world in. To anyone who wants to judge me, here I am. Press rewind when this fire is over. Be like, damn, I'm here to set the record straight and manifest this love that me and my sons create. We all carry the weight. And I'm sorry that I couldn't be there to see you graduate. The Lord is the only shepherd that makes crooked paths straight. Can't believe I'm missing June 19th and July 8th. I sit back and think about how that was taken away. I'll save that for another day. Even when I'm not with you guys, you're always with me. Don't forget how much I love you, and I want you with me.